How to do export-import business. Export-import practical learn from real entrepreneurs. Topic: export-import procedures and documentation. To do an export-import business, you need to be well aware of the procedures and documentation. Knowing procedures and documentation is critical if you want business run smoothly. We will handle it. Part 1. Import and export procedures. First, let's look at the procedures in the first place, and secondly, the documentation. 1. Establish company, open business bank account, and apply for export-import license. First, you need to fill the forms, confirm your initial capital, address details, contact details, and other formalities. After a while, your company will be established. To establish a company, you also need to pay some government fees. Secondly, you go to the local bank with your company corporation docs and apply for a bank account. Again, you fill in different forms and answer the banker questions about your future business activities. Thirdly, after you have an existing company with the bank account, you need to apply for your export-import license. 2. Contact with buyers and make offers. You start contacting potential buyers from overseas. First, you should make sure where you can find buy requests to make sure the right marketing channels. It is important to understand export marketing. Then you start approaching potential buyers. In this export procedure, your lesson is to validate serious buyers. With serious buyers, you should start negotiations and discussions with making sure buyers' exact requirements for the products. The validation of the buyers. This export procedure includes online research and background check of the potential buyers. For validated and serious buyers, you should make a price offers. Price offers should include all the relevant data such as price, delivery term, quality validation period for the offer. 3. Send samples to your overseas buyers. If you found a potential overseas buyer, definitely they will ask you to send them a sample. You need to pack the sample and ship it to your customer so they can check your product. We suggest using DHL, TNT, or other international shipping company. They will help you to fill export documents and will tell you what you need to provide them. Even for sample sending, you need to fill the export declaration, where you mark product, its HS code, and its value. With sample sending, you prepare the following docs: pro forma invoice, packing list. Sometimes you need to provide certificate of origin. You need fill the airway bill with the receiver data destination. 4. Confirm the order from the buyer and receive money. In contract, all important terms and conditions need to be stated and confirmed. Price of the goods and total price, shipping date, description of the goods with HS code, ordered quantity, delivery term, for instance, EXW, FOB, and CIF, payment terms, for instance, TELC and DC, inspection and warranty terms, agreed advance payment percent and balance payment percent, packing details, required docs provided by exporter, the step-by-step process of the work. 5. Prepare order to your customer. Now, you have received the advance payment from your customer. This means the order is confirmed. If you work 100 on LC, then you get a notice from the bank that LLC deposit is opened for you. Next, you need to arrange the agreed order to the buyer. You need to send the order to the shipping port. The exporter can use a freight forwarder to collect back and send the goods to the shipping port. 6. Final inspection by the buyer before shipping and final payment. Final inspection will be done at your warehouse or on the port before sending it to the shipping board. This procedure is critical. If inspection results are not what they should be, then you are in trouble. 7. Receive balanced payment against BL and test report copy. Before the goods have been taken on the shipboat, you need to arrange the export custom. You need to provide needed details docs to your country's custom bureau. It is wise to use the service of a customs broker, so they will arrange all for you. If you send the goods to the ship, You will get the bill of lading from a shipping company. You provide a copy of the bill to the buyer and buyer arranges the payment to you. If you used LC payment, then you present all the documents to your bank. 8. Send all the original docs to your customer and support him. After you have received the total amount of your goods, you provide all the original docs to your buyer. The buyer needs original docs for the import custom. Without required export-import documentation, he can't clear the importing customs in his country. Part 2. Documentation in Export-Import Business. 1. Pro forma invoice, or PI. This document will state the value per unit for the goods and the total value of the goods exported. Also, the exporter and importer details are stated. There is no formal format for the pro forma invoice. Make sure all the needed data is stated. 2. Sales purchase contract. Belongs to mandatory export-import documentation. This is the proof of purchase sale between the parties. You need to present this to your country custom together with the pro forma invoice. Thus, a purchase contract needs to be well drafted and prepared. 3. Packing lists, or PL mandatory export-import procedures and documentation. Packing list states the quantity of the goods exported, also those packing in weights and CBM. Also, the amount of the packages are stated on the packing list. 4. Bill of lading, or airway bill, or railway bill. If all the goods had been taken on the ship boat, the ship parachute, the bill of landing. This document confirms that goods had been taken on the ship and ready for shipping. This is the proof for receivers and banks that the goods are ready for shipment. 5. Certificate of Origin, or CEO. This doc will prove that the goods are from the country by which the CEO is issued. Also, the CEO contains the producer data. This is an official doc that can be issued only by country export and trading authorities. Usually, to issue it will cost money. 6. CE certificate. With all the products, the CIE certificate is required in trading with Europe. The producer must have been certified by independent third party to have a CE certificate. CE confirms that the product meets the European Union safety standards. 7. Material safety sheets, or MSD. Sometimes this document is required by importing country custom. This top can be issued by the exporter and must confirm that the product is not harmful to humans and nature. This doc is usually required for liquids. 8. Freight insurance certificate. This doc is not mandatory in export-import documentation. If the goods are precious, then the buyer requires that exporter signs insurance policy for the goods. The insurance certificate is issued by companies who provide insurances. The international shipping companies, like DHL, DSV, provide the insurances. Conclusion: there are a lot more documents and procedures that are required if exporting some specific product. All costs need to be considered for your export business.
Yes, see you on
Feel
the
okay?
top.
Feeling good?
Okay, see you on the top.
Yes.